So here I am to intro White Check Media Under the Surface, episode 18. I'm going to do it very short and precise because we have a very long episode ahead of us. What you're going to see is preparation for next week, which is a full week of three major things happening at the same time. We have a company meeting where we're going to be talking about semester 2 of 2019. We're going to be presenting, so you're going to see the preparation for that. We have a Google visit that we're preparing for as well. 3 to 4 people from Google coming next week to visit us here in Nicaragua, visit White Check Media. And on top of that, we are launching our new tech products that have been in the working for about 9 months at least. That's happening all next week. What you're going to see this week is a preparation of all of those things. So that's it. Welcome to White Check Media Under the Surface, episode 18. And by the way, next time we have to have one of these, what do you call them? A clipper. I'm not 200% sure, but I'm quite sure.
What's up this morning? I have no clue what it is. It just says hashtag something's coming. I guess it's a puzzle that you have to go ahead and try to decipher. Comes with the instructions, so I guess I'll get working on it at lunchtime.
So it's Tuesday and the week is intense, I have to say, but also in a good way, so good intense. I have this morning been meeting with Frank quite a bit. Frank is our VP of Product and Revenue, so we've been talking about everything that has to do with the second semester. We've been aligning, and tomorrow we're meeting, and that's how we do the planning this time around. So we're meeting with Head of Revenue and the team, which is Frank, Claudio, and Jen. They will present to us how is the next semester gonna look like, what are they gonna be doing, what is gonna be the main initiatives, and then we will have me, marketing, and Anna. We will have Eliette, finance, of course, a very important piece, and we will have people operations with Erica present on how can we support. So we do that as a first session, and then we come back together again in the beginning of next week, and we'll build the full alignment and the full plan. So that has been my morning, and I also had a client I spoke with that had a pretty significant portfolio. It was a very interesting meeting, and now we're going to go to Grecia. So I think maybe you can just tag along. We go to Grecia because we have to send out a proposal, and I'll ask her to help me with that. So let's go find Grecia, all right?
Well, Adrian is working on the franchise proposal.
Yes, that's good. When is it ready?
Today.
That's ready today. Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting because he actually has an agency, plus he has an energy company. Okay, so what they do, they sell, and that's what I want us to focus the proposal on, is the energy company. But he had actually both interest in both partnership on agency, and then he had his energy company as well. That's it, and I think now that and that's actually something that I would like to have for Under the Surface is for you to maybe explain the process of a proposal, because I think that's one of our very sought after services.
You know, absolutely. We do have a full team dedicated only to creating proposals.
Yeah.
If you can see on the screen, we have multiple types.
Yeah.
Because it really depends on what is the agency looking for, you know?
Yeah.
Do they have someone who's ready to start PPC and they just need the strategy?
Yeah.
Or is it someone that you need to convince because they don't know what PPC is? So we do have multiple types.
What are the types?
So
you
we have
them categorized by name as well, right?
Yes, we do. For example, we have quick quotes. Then we have PPC audits, because sometimes they're already doing PPC, and we just want to highlight the main areas of opportunities, and then say this is what we could be doing. Then we have the comprehensive proposals, and basically this is a full-blown proposal, insights from the market, what is the best strategy, and then we also have account growth opportunities, because sometimes you already have the client, everything is going smoothly, and you do want to prepare for another product.
Just a question, how many hours goes into that? Not for me right now for this one. How if someone comes in, how many hours goes into that, and what is the typical process?
It really depends on the request, because as I said, this is like custom, tailored to the particular need, but it could take us from 6 to 8 hours if it's a PPC audit. So first we receive the request, and then we have the team, we assign it to someone, and then they just go and start with the research. We send a questionnaire, and then they'll provide all the information. Everything is useful. Just like what you share with me right at the beginning, and then we just go and do research. Okay, what are the new trends for this particular vertical? And we put it together. And then we go and add a little more about the keyword selection, the proposed strategy. We have multiple tools that we use for competitor research as well, because it's important to understand what are the competitors doing.
We do as well. I mean, that's normal.
Yeah, some of the partners, sometimes I'm on the call with them going through the proposal, and they're saying, you know what really sold this proposal was the competitor section.
So about 6 to 8 hours research to finished, or research process to finished proposal.
And then that goes through QA. Once the proposal has been finished by one of the team members, we submit it to QA just to make sure that everything is proofreaded, top notch.
Yeah.
And then we send it.
And that's your team as well.
Yep.
So it's not the strategist. That would
No.
be your team going over the proposal.
Yes.
We go for a comprehensive version. The thing is, we don't have access to the account. I could ask him, but let's talk about that.
Are you gonna share with me the website?
I want to share everything.
Okay.
Right now, I just have to go to Juliet, and then we'll sync up maybe in 1 hour. I can share the things in email, and if you have any questions, you can. Thank you.
No.
Good. Hello.
Alex.
Have you ever been introduced to Under the Surface?
No.
You don't have.
First time?
I think that's just not good enough. So we have to remedy that, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
So we are here now for the first time ever, live with Eliette, who is our finance director.
Yeah.
And I think one of the maybe the one of the sharks that has been here and been roaming these waters the longest time, right?
Yes. Actually, it's been 5 years since
5
I
years.
started Western Media Family.
So for the first time on camera, caught on camera, we have our finance director Eliette.
Thank
And this
you.
is the finance team, right?
Exactly.
Maybe you wanna introduce it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This is Brenda. This is our accounting manager. This is Ninoska. This is our purchasing specialist. And this is Dania, our intern. Hopefully, she's becoming part of the team within the next month. So we'll see. And myself.
Did you meet with, or did you get a contact of the?
NGO.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Actually, I wrote an email to them asking for a meeting.
Yeah.
He has not replied to me yet.
Okay.
But
It's the same style.
Yeah, same style.
Okay.
I mean, it may take up, like a couple of days for them to reply back.
Yeah.
So I.
To get the wheels in motion.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
the
that's
same
it.
style, but if they don't reply by tomorrow, I can just go downstairs and try to get a hold of them.
Okay.
Like do it in person.
Perfect. So second thing is, and I met with Bruna as well, to get her to do a quick little mini survey on mothers and fathers for that matter. Okay, so see how many would actually use it, because that's really a determining factor for me. Lunch, and then that space, and then everything else we would start working on maybe in 6 months or 9 months. What I would like you to help me with until maybe Friday, if we can do it, and it doesn't have to be elaborate and to the detail completely, but a rough estimate of the budget.
I can work on it.
Please. I think that should wrap up the session, the first session that we've had here in finance.
Yes.
It was about time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you took too much time to
I
come
know,
here.
and
Yeah, we
it's
have a
completely,
great
it's
view
completely,
from here.
totally. I mean, it's
Yeah.
such a mistake. So and I can guarantee it will not happen again. Okay, we'll be back very soon. Okay, Seb, we promise. What I spoke with Eliette about is because we are thinking about expanding our offices just a little bit, and a couple of things we want to do is tied to something that really maybe shouldn't be talked about too much right now, but we are launching a loyalty program here at White Shark. And one of those elements is that we will be offering potentially free childcare as one of the benefits, and for that we need a little bit more space, or else we would have to absorb some of the space up here. So that's one of the things we spoke about is potentially doing that, and we are also going to be building some lunch area on the 5th floor of the building that we're in right now. So that's what I spoke with Eliette about, and again it's tied to a loyalty program that we're launching as well in mid-July. That's going to include a lot of things and that we're very excited about, and that our people operations team have been a lot of effort and time into the past 3 to 4 months. Tomorrow we'll be having the sessions. So tomorrow is the sessions. It's some intense meetings. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Then there's an indication that they are actually spending significant money on PPC, right? I would love to talk about how can we do some joint efforts, how can we get on the phone, how can we sell them on the FMD digital value proposition in terms of it's not only about you saving from 20% to 12.5. It's also about how can we give you more value.
We had great feedback from that first QBR that we had, and they're really happy with the partnership. We're gonna plan the next phase. They're actually gonna come down to visit our office as well really soon. So there's a lot coming more for them. We're gonna plan more webinars, and there's a lot in pipeline. So great jobs.
What is this? I think I need to open this box, give a practical look. We want you to solve what's inside, a sneak peek of what being loyal would look like. Solve the puzzle, take an Insta story, and tag White Shark Media using the hashtag something is coming.
Yay! It just took me forever.
Continuous education is the key to keep evolving.
Right there. I broke it. I think I got it, guys. It's pretty cool things coming in July 12th. Can't wait to see what that's going to look like, what that's going to be. So we're building up some hype to it, and I'm going to go eat my chocolate now. So see you guys around.
All right, Seb. So. Big day today. We have the first semester planning real sessions today. In about 10 minutes we are going to be meeting with our great landlord Marco from the Echo building that we're in, and we're going to be looking at some space at the 5th floor. There's a couple of things potentially coming up there. Don't tell anyone because we don't want to tell the team yet, but there's a couple of things coming up maybe. The final purpose, which is really a practical purpose, and that is that we are growing, which is fantastic. We have grown with about 15 people the last month. Within the next year, we're going to be seeing some of that from the planning sessions today. We'll have a forecast of our headcount growth, but we also need the space. So we actually do need some more space. Not right now, not within maybe the next 3 to 6 months, but we will be needing some space for our team to grow, especially the team in fulfillment that manages accounts. Some of the things that are going to happen in 2020 is expansion. We're going to expand into new markets, and some of that space would facilitate those market expansions and thereby also team expansions. And then we'll step right into semester 2, 2019 planning sessions. The first one is with Frank, Claudio, and Jen. So that's the revenue, and the second one is technology with Daniel. That's what's going to happen. You're being ambushed by the camera team.
I see. Hello, how are you doing, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Marco Amador.
Just say hi to the camera and say hi to all my friends in White Shark Media. Huh?
Excellent. here to, and I spoke to Sebastian also 5 minutes ago, we're here to build alignment. So this is not a panel, it's just better for us to be able to look at you. There's no panel, there's no presentation. Of course you are presenting something, but it's not for us to evaluate, it's for us to listen to what you have to say. So we can facilitate in any way possible with the different functions of each team in achieving our objectives as a company. And since revenue is tied to core objectives, we're here to see how we can help realize those main objectives, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's do it very informal and also have a good open communication, brainstorm, and have a good productive session here, where hopefully the outcome is at least we're very aligned on initial steps, and then we'll have a follow-up session next week. So Wednesday afternoon, it's been one of those days where you are in meetings back to back, and you don't have time to eat, drink, sleep, nothing, and it's been one of those days, but fantastic. I would say this time meetings with the team, maybe let's go outside, get some fresh air, get out of this conference space here. I've been here all day, so let's go outside. So yeah, it has been a really productive day. We have completed the first sessions of our semesterly planning, and then we are going to be you're going to be seeing that in the next episode next week. We're going to be wrapping it up, and on Wednesday we're going to be presenting to the company, and some of it is of course also tied to our event, but we have a strategy session and a Q&A session with the whole company and the whole team happening up here as well, and then Thursday we have our event, and everything we've been doing today is very much tied to that, and especially our Wednesday meeting. So we'll bring the strategy to the company and to the team, so it also trickles down to everyone that works here. So it's not only managers, not only directors, not only seniors, but everyone can go out from after Wednesday and work aligned on our goals for 2019, and also setting us up for a amazing 2020 and future as well. So I'm out now, but I'll see you next week, and I'll see you in the next episode.